Here we are in the Shomron. What's the name of the factory?
Ofertex.
Ofertex here in the Barkan industry. Congressman Johnson and Jordan are learning about the coexistence of the Jews and the Arabs and Muslims who work together here. The congressmen are here in the Jordan Valley, the beautiful Jordan Valley, at a packing plant for vegetables and spices, and they're seeing how coexistence exists here in the Jordan Valley, where the Jews live and we have businesses and we employ local Arabs who live here, and the Jews and the Arabs work together.
When we were in Ariel, I believe area, we saw at the industrial park, we saw Jewish people, Palestinian people, Israeli citizens, and Palestinians all working together. And making a great product that's sold around the world. And the idea that, oh, that somehow that something bad's happening there is just ridiculous.
You hear in the U.S. about how the Palestinian or Arab people are, oppressed in these areas and they have these terrible lives. And none of that is true. We didn't see any of it. It's quite the opposite. People seem to be thriving, working well together. The various parts of the country and throughout Judea and Samaria where we went, there's this great cohesion of the people, with Jewish people and the Arabs together, the Palestinians, Israelis working together, literally working together, celebrating together, as going to family events together. And then they have this extraordinary economic growth and development going on here, which shows the Palestinian people that, that there's something to this. And so I think the people who are closest to the situation have the most tolerance, and the people that are furthest on these college campuses in the U.S. who are getting fake news. Can I use Trump's phrase, fake news, right? That's what they base these decisions on, and they need, if they could be here and see this, if everybody had the opportunity to take one of Ruthie's trips, to see this for themselves, it would make a huge difference, I think, in perception.
So, for the Palestinian workers, just the same as Israeli workers. So the minimum salary here would be the same as a factory in Tel Aviv. The cheapest worker cost us $2,000. $2,000. You can imagine that our competition is goods coming from China and Pakistan and India.
Thank you very much about the visit. It's very important visit because these days we stand together against the lies, the war of lies. Because after you can see the human rights, Council, United Nations, left parties talk about peaceful coexistence, and we do this.
We have appreciated the hospitality here, and we are greatly concerned about the blacklist, as everyone here is as well. It's unfair, it's unjust, and there are a lot of members of the United States Congress who would stand against that, and we look forward to helping to voice those concerns when we get back to Washington, and we're really glad that we got to see it for ourselves.
I'm with Johnson.
We met with ministers and high officials in the government, and to hear their perspectives on many of the things that we are working on back in the United States Congress was just really encouraging and powerful, and we have lots of messages to bring back home.
Congressman Jim Jordan and Congressman Mike Johnson just left to meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So looking forward to hearing about that, but won't be able to tell you about it or any of the details. But that's it. Looking forward to a great day. Here we just visited the tomb of the patriarchs and matriarchs in the holy city of Hebron, connecting with the Jewish heritage. And here you see me, New York-born Jew. You just listened to Yishai Fleischer, Russian, then lived in New York. Ruthie, you're meeting all these Jews who have returned to their homelands. What are the thoughts in your head where you see American Jews who are here living in Israel, connecting with the heritage of the Jewish people?
It's so meaningful for us who just appreciate our Judeo-Christian heritage, but to be here with Jews who are our friends from our homeland, and to experience it with you guys makes it all the more special to us. And my wife, as you saw, she was moved to tears inside of there because of what it means to us, and we're a relatively young attachment to the faith, right? So it just makes it all the more special. So we're glad we could be with you guys.
It's been an amazing trip. What's this, our 4th day, I think. 5th time in Israel, 3rd time here to Shiloh. And it's amazing to see the changes that are happening. I guess it's been probably 4.5 and then 6.5 years ago when we first came. So, it's obviously the story of Hannah, when she prayed for it, God answered her prayer. This is a special place to all kinds of
I personally like to encourage come and visit. It just brings the Bible to life and just the land. I mean, people are so welcoming, so good to everybody that's shared in our trip. It's been very memorable. Always will be.
Oh my goodness, I can't say enough. It's been, we were both overwhelmed. Just everything we've been able to see and all the wonderful people here to meet. It's been incredible.
And great insights into different places that they've been able to take us. Sarah put their heart and soul into this ministry, and we're really grateful to be a part of it. I think one of the highlights for me was just being in the hills of Judah, in Judea. I mean, there's no big monuments there, but that's kind of what they did. To know that the future King David was around there, it's really meaningful. We could go spend a whole day there, but they crammed so much into these trips. There's no time for that. We'll come back to it again.
I think we'll both get that changed. Yes, definitely.
I want to thank Ruth, Sarah, Avi, and everyone here who brought those important, influential leaders from Congress. For us, for the Israeli government, it's very, very important that leaders from all around the world, especially from our biggest ally, the United States of America, would come here to experience with their own eyes what's happening here, the reality of the brave settlers here, to how to encourage the coexistence with the Palestinians. This is something that is strengthening the state of Israel. It's strengthening the United States of America. Thank you all.
Here. We have our guests here telling us that they're so happy to be here because they don't usually come to the beautiful sites. Special place.
Well, we regard Israel as being our closest and most important ally. I think I could speak for many members, if not most all the members of the United States Congress, and it's been a great honor to be with you, and we know how busy you are, and this has meant a lot to us. It's been very educational, and we're going to bring this message back to our colleagues for sure.